Hello students, your instructor here again, John Mediola with another screencast. This one picking up where we left off. It's our two-page spread. So, we've already done knockout type, and now we're going to look at end squares and symbols, and this should go relatively quickly, so hopefully we'll have enough time to cover text wraps as well. So, and really it's just singular. As long as you have at least one caption, one text wrap, one drop cap, one end square, stuff like that. Okay. So end square or symbol, what are they talking about? You'll notice a lot of magazines, not so much newspapers, but magazines do this a lot, is at the end of every article, whether it's big or small, they'll have a little like square or some umbrella or some kind of little symbol. And usually it's just a typographic symbol, it's not an image, but it could be, I guess. Anyway, I zoomed way in here, then my text here. So I'm at the end, and what I want to do is, usually there's a space, just put one space, and then I'm just going to type the letter X just as a placeholder for right now. That's not what I want my symbol to be. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my glyphs panel, which I have mine right here, but if you don't have it, just go to Window, Type, and go to Glyphs. Okay? And you're going to get this to show up. Alright. And you want to probably pick some fonts do have this little, like you notice this one has some little crazy characters in it, like this kind of stuff. So if I wanted to use, for example, this little snowflake, all I'd have to do is just double click it and that snowflake will appear. And that is my end symbol. And often they're not just black, they might be in a color, so I could go to my swatches, and maybe I want it always to end with a dark blue snowflake. You get the idea. So let's go back to our glyphs panel now. And often you won't have little doodads like that. So right here, I'm going to change this to something like wingdings or webdings. So here's wingdings. Alright, I'm sure you've seen these little things before. It's a font that usually you use to make fun of something. So here's a little square. So I can just double click this square, and there we go. And again, I can change the color of it. Maybe this magenta color. You notice how it's popped up a little bit, almost like a large bullet. If I want that to be down, what I can do is zoom in super far on it, or super close on it. And I might even make a little guide for myself, say right around there. And then I can just select this character, which is a square, and go to my character panel, which again is Window, Type, Character. And I'm going to get this one is called the baseline shift, which just means how high above or below it is off the baseline based on its default settings. So it says 0, but its default setting is that it's up a little bit. So if I hit the negative, see, it's just a little bit too much, so I might want to go to like something like, for example, negative 0.75 points. There we go. So it looks like it's right on the baseline right there. You can make this smaller, larger, whatever kind of symbol font or wingding or webding or whatever you want to use. That's fine. So that's how you could do an end square or symbol. Alright, now, a text wrap. So I'm going to close this. Here's a picture of me and my son when we got our haircuts recently. So I'm going to move this picture over here, align it to grid. Maybe it's like this, so it's in these two columns, but this column of text obviously is being overlapped now, and that's not good. What I want to do is set up a text wrap. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to View. I'm going to hide the grids. I don't want to see those lines right now. Okay. So oops, these shouldn't be blue like that. Well, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to click on the image here and go to Window, Text Wrap. And I'm going to bring that way up here. And right now I can see that it's set to no text wrap. I can click on the very next one, wrap around the bounding box. The bounding box is the square or shape or container that holds my image. If I click on that, you can see it's going to do that. But it goes right up to the edge. Not good. It causes tension or claustrophobia. So what you can do is, if the chain link is activated, then when I up this one, all the values go around it like this, which is often what you want, but not always, because maybe there's some text here that I don't want to bump around by accident. So that's why you can unlink it, and maybe the top I want set to 0. You can see this kind of light blue line is adjusting based on on the right side. I don't really need a text wrap, so I'll set that to 0. I just need it on the left and the bottom here. So that's how I can set up a text wrap around a picture. And if I had another different shape, I could click on something like wrap around the object shape. This one's even just a jump object, which means if it's in the middle of the column, there would only be text above or below it. Stuff like that. So that's how you can set up end symbols and text wraps. Thank you.